Hello and Merry Christmas. Unless it's not Christmas, in which case... Anyway, I went with some friends of mine and I watched the Sonic 3 movie, and these are my thoughts on it. First off, when we got to the theater, of course, we went and got ourselves popcorn, which was quite salty, and it turns out that's because we forgot to put butter on it, so that was our bad. When we finally sat down to watch the movie, we then had to sit through a whole lot of unskippable ads. This is normally where YouTubers would put in a ad blocker segment, but I don't have one, so instead, here's an ad.
Started digging and digging until I found this. A wonderland where anything you can imagine is possible.
At the beginning of the movie, it shows differences between Sonic and Shadow, but with fast-paced and slow-paced scenes, before finally, just everything goes crazy in chaos mode. There were definitely less human scenes in the movie. It focused a lot more on the actual Sonic characters themselves. I guess less human scenes isn't right, but like human scenes that there were between like actual Sonic human characters, like Maria, Eggman, Gerald, people who are actually in the Sonic universe, not Tom. The movie had a moral, which was basically revenge is very bad, it'll turn you into a monster, and family is very important for like stability and stuff. And I do say family and not friends because, let's be honest, Tails, Knuckles, and Sonic are all family, not friends. There's no other way to put it in this movie franchise, at least that's what they are. In my opinion, it was the best movie out of the three, quality-wise, and it also seemed a lot like it was going to be a last movie. Like, when it ended, I was not sure if there was going to be any type of teaser for a new movie, which there was, and I will talk about soon. But first, for those who have not seen the movie and want to see it, this is your spoiler warning. I'm about to start talking about the movie. If you don't want to be spoiled about anything in the movie, leave. All right. Now that they have left, we can talk about the movie. First off, Eggman was truly Eggman. Like, it was fat, which they made a point of showing, like with him having to get a new suit. Actually, he got a couple new suits, and his final suit, like, it was cool to see his final suit like be the actual Eggman suit that like you see in the video game. But they made a point of making him fat. Also, telenovelas are stupid. My grandma used to watch them, and that's how I know. Shadow was completely right about that. It's so stupid. No. It was cool to see them actually incorporate Knuckles, like, fists of fire, or fists of flame, or what they were called. Knuckles of Wrath. From that mini-series with Wade and Knuckles, it was cool to see them incorporate that. Like when he goes to smash glass in case of emergency. And just like show that, yes, it did have a purpose, even if the miniseries stunk. It stunk. It was also nice to see that they didn't shy from like the storyline of, even though it's like, made for kids or whatever as a movie, it had death in it, which a lot of kid movies are like, pretend like death doesn't exist, and it does exist, and it is important for character development and stuff like that as well as with characters. So it was nice to see that they didn't shy away from that at all and try to like hide what happened with Maria or whatever or anything like that. Wade's cameo, however short it was kind of funny, just him playing hockey with the Master Emerald. And then it gets snatched away from him. He's like, well, I tried my best. During the final fight scene, what was really nice was the fact that they used Live and Learn in it was super cool. Even if it was cut up between Live and Learn with Sonic and Shadow and whatever with the Eggmans fighting or whatever with their suits, which was kind of cool to see them both like using the mech suits and like see how Eggman's suit was ruined compared to Gerald's suit, like when he tries to put up a barrier and it's just a white picket fence. That was funny. it was cool to see them actually use Live and Learn, considering how much they had used music from the series in the past. It was also cool to hear Green Hill Zone when we were looking at Maddie and Tom just in their house without any of them because they were on their mission, just hearing Green Hill Zone in the background. During that final fight scene, it was also really cool to see the put in the pose of Sonic and Shadow across each other. That was really cool to see them put in. And also during all this fight scene shenanigans, when Gerald opens up the door to get Eggman out of there, like, I'm giving a pass, of course, to the Sonic characters, kind of. Like, Shadow, Sonic, okay, they should exist anyway. Give them a pass. But Gerald and Eggman are still human. How do they not die of lack of oxygen? Okay? Like, sure, it's gonna take some time for all the oxygen to get out of there, but he doesn't close the door, at least not visibly. So all that oxygen is just gonna disappear unless they have, like, an insane oxygen generation system. They're dead. Don't think about it too much. Finally, the end credit scene, having Amy and Metal Sonic. I think, personally, that Sonic Heroes is going to be the next storyline they go for. A Metal Overlord storyline. Sure, they could go for Sonic CD. As far as, like, Sonic fanbase goes, more people probably know Sonic Heroes storyline than know Sonic CD storyline, and considering that they have gone into now from classic Sonic to modern Sonic, they're probably going to stay with modern Sonic, I think. I'm excited for that one, just to see what they do with that. Also, hopefully they don't make Amy like she was in Sonic Heroes.
Sonic, this time there's no way out of marrying me.
That was cringe. Now then, why am I still here, you might ask? Well, if I get this edited in time, this is going to come out on Christmas. So, Merry Christmas. Listen, there's been comic crossovers of these two, so hey, I'm going to make a video crossover. Let's talk about the Mega Man secret level video, movie, trailer. Honestly, I'm not sure what to call this episode. It was like 5 minutes long, okay? I'm not sure what to call this. But hey, I want to talk about it, so I'm going to talk about it right now. Also, spoiler warning, because I forgot to say spoiler warning at the beginning of this. So, I'm editing this in now. Spoiler warning. So, spoiler warning, I'm going to be talking about what happened if you haven't seen it, or if you plan on seeing it. Just so you know. First off, I really like the designs. I really do like the designs. Like, admittedly, Bomb Man is, like, in the actual game, like, basically the size of Mega Man or whatever, but hey, I don't care. I really like these designs, like making Bomb Man huge. It was really cool. I really liked it overall. There is a couple of critiques that I have. The main critique I have being the fact that Ice Slasher is not strong against Bomb Man. Like, I get that they didn't want to, put a flamethrower on Mega Man just because, that would have made so much more destruction. But technically, if we're going by the game logic, that is what would have been strong against him. Because you use Flame Man's power against. That's just what you do in the game, okay? I know they didn't. I can understand why they didn't want to do that and why Ice Slasher seemed like it would make sense. Freeze a bomb in his hand, blows himself up. But that's not actually what that's my main critique. Something that I really did like was, goodness gracious, when a second half, when Wily stage started playing from Mega Man 2, dude, that was so nice to have playing. I mean, just to have like that orchestral remix of that. Oh yeah, that was so cool to see. Or hear, I guess. Have him being suited up in Mega Man armor. That was so cool to have, so cool to see happen. And then it ended. And honestly, I would love to see this become a series. I know it's not going to. I know we're not going to get a Mega Man series like this. But I would love to see it because it was just done so well. It was absolutely amazing. Anyway, Merry Christmas to you all. Thank you for coming and watching my double feature, I guess. I don't know. And I guess I'll see you all next time at some point for that movie. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.